Hey everybody, it's Kaylee Plum Baby, and today I'm coming to you with another Sims cast video, another creation, this time of one of my favorite childhood shows, Totally Spies. So I loved this show because it was so girly and fun, and the characters were super entertaining. And I feel like a lot of my real life fashion sense comes from shows like this, comes from stuff like The Brats, from My Scene, Totally Spies. Those shows really inspired a lot of how I dress today, because they weren't the typical cartoon that wore the same outfit every episode. They were dressing, and it was too cute. They were not like SpongeBob with the same outfit in the closet swiping through every episode. It was different. They had a different outfit every episode, and it was so fun deciding which episode's outfit I wanted to model their everyday outfits after, because all of their everyday outfits are matching with the ones they were wearing in one particular episode. So I'm gonna insert a clip, a little photo of the episode, which outfits I chose, so that y'all can compare it and tell me how I did in the comments, okay? Shout out to ID Sims as well for making a super accurate replica of their spy fits and their backpacks too. I was so excited when I saw these, because I was gonna do a Sims Totally Spies creation anyways. So when I saw these, it was over with. I couldn't wait to do it. My favorite to make actually ended up being Alex. I feel like she just looks so cute and so fun and unique, and so character accurate. I feel like I did a really good job with Alex. Not to toot my own horn, but the one that gave me hell though was Clover. I started her over 3 times. Initially, Alex was Clover, as you'll peep in the video. She was one of the Clovers, but I thought she was looking a little more Alex-like, so I tried a dark skin tone and a dark short hair on her, and was like, yep, that's definitely not Clover, it's Alex. So yeah, and then I made another Clover, hated her, and made her all over again until I got that icy but innocent look I was going for with her. Not only did I want them to look like themselves though, I wanted them to act like themselves too. So I wanted to highlight some of their negative traits as well, to avoid making them absolutely perfect Sims, because I feel like I really have a bad habit of making perfect Sims, and then you get in the game and you're like, why is it boring? Well, because you made them perfect. So they weren't perfect in the show, and that's what made them fun to watch. So I made them not perfect in the game. Sam, I gave her the bookworm, ambitious, and jealous traits. She was the more studious one of the group and really strove for straight A's. Sometimes her and Clover got into it over boys, if I'm remembering correctly, so that's why I chose the jealous trait for her negative trait. And I gave Alex the active, foodie, and clumsy traits. Alex was a super sporty girl, tomboy status. I think she was actually trying to be a bodybuilder in one of the episodes, or was a bodybuilder in one of the episodes, if I'm not mistaken. She loved food, and she had a tendency to be a bit clumsy, so there's that. And then for Clover, we went with romantic, because she was totally boy crazy. I mean, I think there was an episode where she realized she dated all the boys in town. Then we've got her with materialistic and outgoing, because it was just her vibe. She was the more superficial of the group, so hence materialistic, and she was a cheerleader too, so most definitely outgoing. When I put them in game, I had them in this Totally Spies inspired house I downloaded from the gallery. Super cute. And when I was trying to take pictures for the thumbnail, I noticed they were getting hungry and had to use the bathroom and stuff. So instead of just leaving the game or cheating their need, which is what I would usually do, I just decided to play with them, because why not? I just wanted to see how they played. So my brother was with me and my boyfriend was on the phone, and I was like, you know what? I figured it would be entertaining. I love telling people about my game. I love just updating them on everything that's happening in my game, and my brother was watching, so I was like, whatever. And when I tell you, it did not disappoint. They were so fun to play with. I'm telling y'all, I barely had to intervene. Like, everything I'm about to tell you happened with minimal intervention from me. Besides, like, following their whims and, like, taking care of their needs, I swear, I barely intervened. Like, I maybe told them to do, like, something small, like, go make a grilled cheese. First of all, the way that they acted was so character accurate, and the storyline ended up actually being pretty interesting too. Like, keep in mind, I do play with mods in my game, so some of the stuff that happens can't really happen in base game, like, without certain mods. But honestly, I've started having so many mods that I don't know what mods make what happen, so they're just kind of like a part of my game. Sorry if that is like something that bothers you, but like, it's just how I play my game. Sorry. So at first they were just tired. Like, when I first ended the photo shoot, like, they were just tired and getting ready for bed. Like, Sam ended up going to bed first, which was so like her because she's so studious and responsible. But of course not before researching vampires online and watching a bunch of scary movies though, which actually ended up giving her nightmares. Alex took a dip in the pool, passed out on a pool floaty. She was literally taking naps in every lounging spot on the property. Like, the beach chairs, the pool floaters, the hot tub. Like, this girl loved a good nap. She was just constantly napping. But yeah, she was in bed shortly after Sam though. And then Clover, on the other hand, stayed up late playing video games, which she ended up deciding that she didn't like after one time trying it, and cooking herself the worst eggs and toast. She was struggling hardcore in the kitchen. She ate it though, so that's what matters most. So while these girls are just in the crib living their lives, tell me why this creepy peeping Tom, who started peeping on them from all the way back when I was doing their photo shoot, and I just didn't pay them any mind. Like, I can literally enter a couple screenshots where the peeping Tom was there. I'm gonna enter one right here. Yep, creepy peeping Tom. He's peeping on them constantly, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. And it seems like it was Clover he was after, and you'll find out why in a minute. Every time Clover was doing anything, he was in that window watching her. Whether she was making her toast, having a cute little dance party with her girls, or simply just washing her hands, like, he would follow her whichever window he could see her out of, which was crazy. All this is happening, Alex is always outside. Like, she's just constantly working out, eating, or napping. Literally, those were her three things: working out, eating, napping. Taking late night jogs, doing cannonballs in the pool, randomly bursting out into push-ups or sit-ups, then stuffing her face, lounging around, and falling asleep. She was always energized, inspired to cook, like, or very energized. Like, there was no in between with this girl. So she was just always running around, not really getting the worst of the peeping Tom. Like, this girl was just obsessed with working out. My little brother was like, if she's not taking naps, doing nothing, she has to be doing, like, something. She even had a whim one time desiring to, like, take steroids. I was like, okay, girl, no, I'm not fulfilling that. But of course, she'd always take a minute to talk to her girls, but she was just usually busy with her routine. And one time Alex did cook for the whole house, and of course, great memories came flooding back to Clover when that happened, but not when it was her turn to cook them sad eggs and toast. Anyway, Sam loved watching her some civic public access, or some other interesting choice of television, sitting down with a good book, chatting with the girls, and barbecuing by the pool. So she was the most chill out of all of them. So now I'm going to tell you what happened with this peeping Tom. So, trigger warning, okay? There are some sexual assault themes here. It's not extreme, but I'd skip ahead like 30 seconds if absolutely necessary, because I don't want to trigger anybody. So one of the days, this peeping Tom was just dedicated to seeing these girls. He was getting more and more persistent and started showing up a lot. Like, Sam and Clover were upstairs together dancing, having a good time, bonding. He goes up to their patio stairs to look in their window and watch this. Watch these girls dancing, being innocent, and having a good time. So they close out their dance session, and Clover goes to take a bath. This man follows her to watch her from the bathroom window, takes off his pants, and starts pleasuring himself to her in the bathtub. At this point, I felt like it was too much, literally. And it really caught me by surprise because, I don't always know what all my mods entail. So I used my creator powers to kick him off the property. And I literally vowed that if he came back on the property, I would use a cheat or something to kill him. Because what a creep. I think this was a part of one of my mods. It definitely was, because I do have mods in the game. And it's likely that it was one of those. But I was just so surprised. Like, side note, this feature is disabled now. And if it's not, I'm going to disable it. The peeping Tom never came back. Because he knew I was going to kill him. He knew. So I never even got the chance to kill him. But after the event happened, Clover was like really sad for a day or two. Like Sam was sad that Clover was suffering and sad. Like she had like secondhand sadness. So I had 2 sad Sim and 1 sleeping in the pool as usual. So Clover was literally moping around for 2 days after this. And she was even more sad that she hadn't bought anything in a while because she's materialistic. So that was just adding to her sadness. And her and Sam were crying it out in bed. Clover was stress eating. Even when she was full, she was still eating. She was calling the sadness hotline, drinking calming chamomile tea. Like she just wasn't herself. Like she was going through it. So after going through her depression, she starts feeling just fine, like not happy or any emotion, just fine. I'm thinking maybe she needs a boy to take her mind off of things because she was having a desire to flirt with somebody. So I kept waiting for one to come around, but no dice. Until Alex decides to cook them a nice meal to have together. They eat together, talk, and then they have a nice powwow by the stereo where she last danced before it all happened. Like she hadn't danced since it happened. And they all danced together and really celebrated their friendship and were feeling really close to each other in that moment, which was so cute. Like I thought this was so adorable and sweet because after this all happened, not only was she happy, but she was very happy. It was like all she needed was her friends, which was too cute, y'all. I can't make this up, I swear. Like I will have my brother comment on this video. Like this stuff really happened, and my boyfriend, like they were both watching all of this unfold. I kind of wish I was recording, but also not because of like the creepy peeping Tom. So after this happened, Clover's recovered. Sam and Alex are happy she's recovered and they're back to normal. Clover ends up meeting this guy named Peter in the neighborhood and decides to invite him in to dance with her, since it seems like that's one of her favorite things to do. They hit it off, chatting, and she finds out he has this like caregiving, protective, and nurturing personality. And I'm like, what are the odds that this guy that she meets is like this after everything that's happened? So she seems pretty excited about this guy, but she's taking it kind of slow. She didn't have any whims to kiss him or anything. She just wanted to hug him. So they're getting to know each other, and then Sam sees him and she is instantly attracted to him. Like she legit got a buff talking about how she found him so attractive and couldn't contain herself around this dude. And I'm like, bro, first of all, this reminds me of the show. And second of all, let Clover have her moment. She's been through a lot. You're over here fawning over her potential man with your jealous self. I was shook. Then he had to stop hanging out and went home. And I was like, dang, I kind of wanted to see this unfold. They carried on being cute besties for the night, but like, who knows how that love triangle might end up. I want to see how this plays out, okay? I'm probably gonna keep playing with them because honestly, I hadn't had this much fun playing with a household in such a long time. So let me know if you guys like to see a Totally Spies Let's Play, because they were seriously a blast to play with, or even like streaming on Twitch, whatever. Let me know because I will do it, because they were super fun to play with. I can't keep like emphasizing enough how fun they were to play with. I had such a good time. Like I was cheesing on my way to bed after playing with them. We were up till like 2 a.m. playing with them because they were just a good time. So yeah, and that was just them being at their house the whole time. So imagine when I take them out, have them start doing stuff, like it's gonna be so fun. So let me know how you guys like this video. Let me know how you guys like this story. And yeah, check out my other videos. I have 2 other videos. I know I don't have much, but I'm coming out with more. And yeah, stay tuned for more. I have Let's Plays coming up, the Bella Goth Let's Play coming up, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.